In today's workplace, success goes far beyond policies and processes. Real performance now begins with one thing: culture. The kind of culture where people feel safe, seen, and genuinely motivated to bring their best. And that's exactly what this series is all about. We're stepping deep into a new era of work where inclusion isn't a trend. It's a strategic advantage. You'll discover why diversity, when truly embraced, becomes one of the strongest drivers of innovation and competitive growth. We'll break down how to manage cultural diversity in hospitality, an environment where teams come from everywhere and guests expect excellence from everyone. You'll see how leaders can turn cultural differences into collective strength. We'll also redefine what leadership looks like in a brave new world of work. The rules have changed. People want leaders who listen, leaders who understand cultural intelligence, leaders who inspire through behavior and not just position. And you'll learn exactly how to lead in a way that transforms not just performance, but people. And here's a truth most organizations overlook. Your leadership is your employer brand. Every decision, every interaction, every standard you uphold tells the world who you are. In this series, we'll explore how great leadership becomes the magnet that attracts high performers and keeps them thriving. And finally, the heart of it all, trust. Trust is the guest of honor. Without it, culture cracks. With it, people rise. This season, we're rebuilding what truly matters by understanding how trust shapes connection, motivation, and long-term success. If you're ready to build workplaces where people feel safe, valued, and empowered to do their best work, then welcome. This is your series, and the future belongs to leaders who know how to create cultures that thrive. Why diversity is your organization's secret weapon. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, have become buzzwords in the corporate world, but they're far more than trendy talking points. When done right, DEI can transform your workplace into a hub of innovation, collaboration, and growth. It's not just about creating opportunities for underrepresented groups. It's about unleashing the full potential of your workforce and driving business results. So, how do you move beyond box ticking and PR campaigns to make DEI the secret weapon that propels your organization forward? Let's explore how diversity and inclusion can elevate your business, your people, and your impact. A workforce that reflects the world. The workforce is changing, and so are the expectations of employees and customers. In the UK, for instance, the population is becoming more ethnically and culturally diverse, with minority ethnic groups projected to grow significantly over the next few decades. The organizations that thrive in this evolving landscape will be the ones that mirror the diversity of the communities they serve. Why does this matter? Because diverse teams bring unique perspectives that help companies better understand their customers. Global giants like Amazon and Unilever have harnessed diverse workforces to create innovative solutions that resonate across cultures, giving them a competitive edge. And it's not just about the external benefits. In your organization, younger generations, millennials and Gen Z, prioritize DEI like never before. A Glassdoor survey revealed that 80% of job seekers aged 18 to 34 consider diversity and inclusion a critical factor when evaluating job offers. If you want to attract the best talent, you need to show that DEI is more than just lip service. Why inclusive cultures retain top talent. It's one thing to hire diverse talent. It's another to keep them. Retention hinges on creating a workplace where people feel they belong, their contributions are valued, and they have equal opportunities to succeed. Inclusive cultures foster this sense of belonging. When employees believe they're treated fairly, regardless of their race, gender, age, or background, they're far more likely to remain loyal to their organization. In fact, research from WorkHuman found that 72% of employees consider DEI efforts when deciding whether to stay with a company. But fairness isn't just about policies, it's about actions. Employees can tell when a company's commitment to DEI is performative. To retain your best people, you need to weave inclusivity into the fabric of your organization, from leadership behaviors to everyday interactions. Diverse teams make better decisions. Here's the truth. Diverse teams outperform homogeneous ones. They approach problems from different angles, challenge groupthink, and innovate in ways that single-perspective teams simply can't. Gartner's research found that highly diverse teams are 30% more likely to make smarter decisions, and it's easy to see why. When you bring together people with varied experiences and perspectives, you create a fertile ground for creativity. But diversity alone isn't enough. Inclusion is the secret ingredient that unlocks this potential. Teams need an environment where everyone feels safe to voice their ideas, no matter how unconventional they may seem. That's how real innovation happens. The bottom line: diversity drives business success. Let's talk numbers. Inclusive cultures are good for your bottom line. Gallup's studies show that engaged employees drive higher productivity, stronger customer satisfaction, and improved financial performance. Organizations with diverse workforces are also better positioned to tap into new markets, with a 46% higher likelihood of capturing new opportunities. But the benefits go beyond profitability. A diverse workforce also enhances resilience. By drawing on different perspectives and experiences, organizations can adapt to change more effectively, navigate uncertainty, and future-proof their operations. How to make DEI a game changer. Ready to make diversity and inclusion the cornerstone of your organization? Here's how to get started. Understand where you stand. Conduct regular audits of your workplace culture and workforce demographics. Look beyond the surface to assess whether your policies and practices genuinely promote equity and inclusion. Empower your leaders. Leadership sets the tone for the entire organization. Equip your leaders with the skills and knowledge to champion DEI and hold them accountable for fostering inclusive environments. Build inclusion into your processes. From recruitment to promotion, ensure every process is free from bias. Review job descriptions, interview practices, and performance evaluations to eliminate barriers to equity. Listen and learn. Employees are your best source of insight. Create safe spaces for open dialogue and use their feedback to shape your DEI initiatives. Commit to transparency. Be honest about where your organization excels and where it falls short. Share your progress openly to build trust with employees and stakeholders. The future is diverse. Are you ready? The business case for diversity is undeniable. Organizations that prioritize DEI don't just improve engagement and innovation. They create workplaces where people feel valued, empowered, and inspired. This isn't just about doing the right thing. It's about building a stronger, more sustainable future. Whether you're a small startup or a global enterprise, the time to act is now. The workforce is evolving, and the organizations that evolve with it will be the ones that thrive. And when your staff thrive, so does your business. Whether you need help with recruitment, performance management, or team training, I'm here to provide the expertise and support you need. Together, we'll create a workplace where everyone succeeds. Ready to take your team to the next level? Message me today, and let's work together to make your business the best it can be. Are you tired of dealing with staff turnover, low productivity, or just feeling like your team isn't reaching its full potential? If you're a hotel owner or small business manager, I know how frustrating that can be. Well, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to show you how to turn your staff into a well-oiled machine that not only runs smoothly, but also supports your bottom line. Let's dive in. Managing cultural diversity in hospitality. Why it's time to do better. The hospitality industry thrives on human connection, warmth, service, and the ability to make people feel welcome, regardless of where they come from or what language they speak. So, if any sector should be leading the way in embracing cultural diversity, it's hospitality. Yet, despite being one of the most diverse industries at an operational level, hospitality still has glaring gaps, particularly in leadership representation, inclusive service design, and fully leveraging diversity as a business strength rather than a compliance tick box exercise. Having a diverse workforce is not enough. The real challenge is ensuring that diversity is actively managed, valued, and embedded in how teams operate and businesses serve their customers. That's where so many hospitality businesses fall short. It's time to do better. Diversity in hospitality, more than just a buzzword. The data clearly illustrates the situation. In the UK, 43% of hospitality workers are foreign nationals, the highest of any industry. Immigrants comprise 31% of hospitality employees in the US, compared to just 13% of the total workforce. And yet, when you look at the leadership tables, boardrooms, and executive teams of global hospitality brands, diversity is still shockingly absent. If you're running a hospitality business, ask yourself this: does your leadership team reflect the diversity of your workforce? Are your DEI efforts more about policies than real, lasting change? Do your employees feel empowered to bring their cultural perspectives into their work? Because here's the truth: diversity without inclusion is meaningless. It's not enough to hire a diverse workforce if they don't feel valued, heard, or given the same opportunities as their peers. Inclusion is the real test, the business case for cultural diversity. Let's return to the fundamentals. If you oversee a hospitality business, you already know the paramount importance of customer experience. And who is best placed to create exceptional experiences for a diverse customer base? A diverse team. Businesses that excel in this area not only fulfill their social responsibility obligations, but also surpass their competitors. Diverse teams. 1. Make better decisions. A Harvard Business Review study found that diverse teams are 87% more effective at decision-making than homogeneous teams. Bringing diverse cultural perspectives to the table allows you to view challenges from multiple perspectives. 2. Are more innovative. A McKinsey report showed that companies in the top quartile for ethnic diversity are 36% more likely to outperform their industry peers regarding profitability. Why? Because diverse teams challenge groupthink, break away from the way we've always done things, and create more innovative solutions. 3. Deliver superior customer experiences. If your hotel welcomes guests from around the world, having a culturally aware team isn't a nice to have, it's a business necessity. Language skills, cultural sensitivity, and a natural understanding of different customs can transform a good guest experience into a great one. So, what needs to change? The practical steps, moving from tokenism to true inclusion. 1. Build a leadership team that reflects your workforce. If the only diverse faces in your business are at entry level, you have a problem. Leadership diversity doesn't just happen, it requires deliberate action. Audit your leadership pipeline. Who's being promoted, who isn't, and why? Remove bias from hiring and promotions. Are your job descriptions and selection criteria unintentionally excluding diverse talent? Invest in mentorship and sponsorship. 2. Make cultural intelligence a non-negotiable skill. The hospitality industry revolves around service, yet so many businesses still fail to train their staff in cultural intelligence. Let's build better workplaces together. If this article resonated with you, it's just the beginning. By following me, you'll receive regular insights, practical advice, and actionable strategies to tackle challenges in HR, leadership, and workplace culture. It's your go-to resource for staying ahead in the ever-evolving world of work. Looking for even more inspiration? Follow me on LinkedIn, where I regularly share tips, tools, and ideas for creating thriving workplaces. From leadership strategies to the latest HR and employment law trends, you'll find everything you need to take your workplace to the next level. We can transform our work together, one positive change at a time. Let's stay connected and keep building the workplaces we all deserve. Redefining hospitality. Building inclusive. People-centered workplaces. Hospitality is an industry like no other. It's dynamic, people-focused, and rooted in creating memorable experiences. Yet behind the scenes, it's an industry facing its challenges: outdated recruitment practices, inclusivity gaps, and a workforce recovering from global disruptions. While the road ahead isn't without obstacles, it's also filled with opportunities to rebuild and reshape how hospitality attracts, supports, and nurtures its people. The potential for transformation has never been more significant, from innovative recruitment strategies to genuinely inclusive cultures. A starting point for success. Careers in hospitality often begin in unexpected ways. Many leaders in the field started with humble roles: serving tables, setting up conference rooms, or polishing glassware. What set them apart wasn't their starting point, but their ambition, adaptability, and willingness to grow. Hospitality has a unique ability to reward hard work and passion. Yet, for all its openness, the traditional pathways to leadership can be narrow. By prioritizing direct experience over transferable skills, the industry risks overlooking people with incredible potential. Imagine the possibilities if employers focused less on rigid job descriptions and more on traits like empathy, resilience, and adaptability. Hospitality could become the ultimate destination for anyone with the drive to succeed. Recruitment that works. The pandemic and Brexit left significant gaps in hospitality's labor market. Many workers left the industry altogether, while others sought opportunities in sectors with more stability. These changes revealed cracks in traditional recruitment practices that haven't evolved to meet modern needs. Hospitality has long valued experience, but it's time to reconsider what makes a great hire. The best professionals aren't always those who check every box on a job description. Often, they're the ones with the right attitude, adaptability, and willingness to learn. What should recruitment look like today? Hire for potential. Look beyond rigid criteria and seek individuals with transferable skills and passion for people. Streamline the process. Long and outdated hiring methods turn away talented candidates. Make it easier for them to say yes. Broaden your search. Non-traditional candidates, career changers, and those returning to work after a break often bring fresh perspectives and dedication. By widening the talent pool and focusing on what really matters, hospitality can solve recruitment challenges while also creating a more dynamic and diverse workforce. Moving beyond tokenism. Hospitality prides itself on welcoming guests from all walks of life. But how often does that ethos extend to its own workforce? For all the progress made in diversity and inclusion, there's still a gap between policy and practice. For instance, LGBTQ+ professionals, particularly trans and non-binary individuals, often face barriers to entering or advancing in the industry. While many businesses tout inclusivity, the reality on the ground can be far less supportive. True inclusivity requires more than a diversity training session or an annual celebration. It's about embedding inclusivity into every aspect of the organization, ensuring that employees feel safe, valued, and able to thrive. The power of mentorship changes lives. For young professionals, seeing someone like them in a leadership position isn't just inspiring, it's empowering. Mentorship is also a two-way street. While mentees gain valuable guidance and confidence, mentors benefit from fresh perspectives and renewed purpose. It's a simple but powerful tool for breaking down barriers and building a more inclusive industry. Imagine an industry where mentorship isn't just encouraged, but expected. A culture where everyone invests in the growth of others. That's the future hospitality should be working toward. Turning policies into practice. One of the biggest challenges in hospitality is ensuring that well-meaning policies are put into action. Consider this. If a guest made a discriminatory remark towards an employee, would your team know how to handle it? Would the employee feel supported? Many organizations lack the tools and training to navigate these moments effectively. Middle managers are particularly crucial here. As the bridge between leadership and the front line, they need the confidence and resources to act decisively and compassionately. How can businesses make inclusivity a daily practice? Equip managers with training and tools. Empathy and professionalism should be part of every manager's toolkit. Audit processes regularly. Ensure hiring, promotions, and workplace culture align with inclusivity goals. Celebrate success stories. Recognizing diverse role models inspires others to aim higher. The future of hospitality. Hospitality has always been about people, creating experiences, solving problems, and exceeding expectations. If the industry wants to thrive in the future, it must focus on its greatest asset, its people. Rethinking recruitment, embedding inclusivity, and fostering mentorship aren't just good for business and people. The hospitality industry has the power to transform lives, not just for its guests, but for the professionals who make it all possible. Breaking down barriers allows us to create workplaces where everyone belongs, grows, and succeeds. It's a bold vision, but one that's entirely achievable with the right mindset and commitment. After all, isn't that what true hospitality is all about? About me, I'm Carl Wood, a HR leader with over 25 years of global experience spanning hospitality, HR transformation, and leadership development. I'm passionate about creating thriving workplaces. I share practical insights to help businesses tackle real-world challenges. If you want to work with me, get in touch at carl@winchr.uk or search winchr.uk for more information. Why your leadership is your employer brand. It's easy to assume that employer branding concerns polished job ads and well-designed careers pages. And yes, those things matter, but they're not what today's talent is really judging you on. The truth is, your strongest asset, or your most significant liability, in attracting and retaining talent isn't your benefits package or hybrid working policy. It's your leadership. When candidates research where to work, they dig far deeper than your website. They're looking at how your leaders behave and what they say on LinkedIn, whether they promote fairly, and how they show up for their teams. Your employer brand isn't just what you say. It's what your leaders do consistently. So let's stop pretending this is a comms exercise. This is about culture, visibility, values, and credibility. And that means starting at the top. Candidates are watching, and they're not fooled. It used to be that companies could write lofty statements about culture and purpose and get away with it. Not anymore. People want the receipts, and they'll find them on employee review sites, social media feeds, interview experiences, or via your people out in the world. Candidates will notice if your leaders are invisible, are inconsistent, or only show up when things go wrong. Similarly, if your leadership team embodies these values, communicates clearly, and prioritizes people-first thinking, you will immediately attract talent that can make a significant impact. What candidates actually want to see. Let's strip away the noise. Candidates aren't asking for perfection. They're looking for honesty, credibility, and evidence that your leadership team is committed to building a great place to work. Here's what that looks like in action. Clear direction and values. Candidates want to understand what your company stands for and see leaders live those values in everyday decisions. Genuine inclusion. It's not enough to say, we value diversity. They want to see inclusive behaviors at the top. Diverse panels, fair hiring, open conversations, and a culture of belonging that's not just performative. Progression with substance. Ambitious people don't just want a job, they want growth. Leaders who invest in learning, coaching, and visible career pathways send a clear message. We'll help you succeed. Healthy balance. People want to thrive at work and still have a life. When leaders model balance, respecting boundaries, taking time off, and not rewarding burnout, they create safe, sustainable cultures. Purpose beyond profit. Especially in today's climate, people want their work to matter. If your leaders connect day-to-day work to something bigger, whether it's innovation, social impact, or environmental responsibility, they'll attract people who want to make a difference. Where many get it wrong. Too many businesses still treat employer branding like a marketing strategy when it should be an operating principle. They roll out flashy EVP statements, update their Glassdoor page, and expect results. But if there's no follow-through, leadership consistency, or substance behind the brand, it all falls flat. Candidates want alignment. If your job ad says career progression, but your internal mobility is broken, they'll see the disconnect. If you say flexibility, but managers penalize flexible workers in performance reviews, they'll walk away. This isn't about being perfect. It's about authenticity and ensuring your leadership actions match your brand promises. A leadership-led approach that actually works. Organizations that attract and retain great people don't just look good on the outside, they feel good on the inside. Why? Because their leadership is aligned, intentional, and invested in people. Here's how to build that kind of brand. 1. Start with your leaders. Coach them to understand their impact. Equip them to be visible, consistent, and aligned in how they communicate culture and values. A single leader can undo months of branding work, or they can become your greatest talent magnet. 2. Make career development a leadership priority. Get rid of the idea that L&D is an HR job. It's a leadership responsibility. Whether mentoring, seconding, or structured career mapping, leaders should proactively grow their people. 3. Showcase real employee stories. Not the polished, overly produced ones, but genuine human ones that show how people have grown, overcome setbacks, or been supported through change. Leadership should amplify these stories, not as PR, but as culture in action. 4. Build a hiring experience that reflects your values. The candidate journey is your brand in motion. If the process is confusing, slow, or transactional, candidates will assume that's what working with you will be like. Make it respectful, transparent, and human. 5. Measure what matters. Don't just track engagement scores. Look at promotion data, exit feedback, and diversity metrics. Share progress with your people. Make leadership accountable for how the culture actually feels. What this looks like in practice. Imagine this. A candidate visits your website. They see your values, then scroll LinkedIn and see your CEO passionately discussing the business's purpose. They read posts from your managers recognizing team achievements. They see an open, inclusive culture reflected in your content, not just slogans, but stories. They apply for a role. The job ad is transparent and inclusive. The interview panel is diverse. The questions are thoughtful. They're told what to expect next and receive a personalized response. Whether they're hired or not, they accept the offer. From day one, their manager talks about growth. They're introduced to mentors, they feel seen, and they understand how their work connects to a broader purpose. They stay. They refer their friends. They become your biggest advocates. That's leadership-led branding, and it's what the best employers are already doing. Final thought, you don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. People aren't asking for flawless leadership. They're asking for honest, human, visible leaders who care about creating a place worth working for. If you want to attract and retain top talent in 2025, stop thinking of employer branding as a brochure and think of it as a mirror. It reflects what your leaders value, how your culture really works, and how people are treated every day. Develop internally. Start with leadership. Make it real, and the right people will come and stay. Trust is the guest of honor. Rebuilding what matters. This Easter, let's talk trust. This is not the type of trust commonly found on corporate posters or in carefully crafted statements, but real trust, the kind your team actually feels. This is the kind of trust that shapes people's actions even when you're not present. The kind that shows up in the moment a guest walks through the door and is either welcomed with warmth or with routine. It's Easter weekend. Easter is a time for reflection and renewal, but in the hospitality industry, it's often a time of pressure and pace. For many of us, it's another working weekend. So, while others unwind, we have a chance to ask ourselves, what are we doing every day to build trust with our teams and guests? Because trust is not a nice to have. It's the foundation of every outstanding experience. If we don't intentionally cultivate it, we rely on chance. We can't lead if people don't trust us. Let's be honest, many of our people are still emotionally recovering from the disruption of the past few years. Some are back at work, but not necessarily back in trust. They may be showing up, but that doesn't mean they feel safe, supported, or truly seen. To foster high-performing, resilient teams, we must go beyond mere management. We must earn the right to lead. And that means actively rebuilding trust where it's been damaged, neglected, or taken for granted. When trust is low, we experience silence instead of honesty, tick-box behavior instead of care. Guests notice, teams disengage, and the culture slowly breaks down, one misstep at a time. 1. Trust isn't what you say, it's what they feel. You might think you're doing all the right things, regular comms, clear direction, open door policies, but trust doesn't live in words, it lives in feelings. Do your team members have confidence that you will fulfill your commitments? Feel safe enough to admit mistakes, raise concerns, or tell you the truth? Do they see you as fair, consistent, and human? If not, it doesn't matter how inspiring your vision is. People will nod along in the meeting, then quietly disconnect. Leaders who are credible, reliable, and emotionally intelligent can build trust by creating an environment where people feel comfortable being honest. And it erodes fast when self-interest takes over. 2. Hospitality needs more emotional leadership, not more rules. We're brilliant at processes in hospitality, standards, checklists, SOPs. But none of that builds trust on its own. What does? Human connection. During the pandemic, the most trusted hotel teams weren't the ones with the most polished messaging. They were the ones who stayed close to their people. Some leaders hosted casual, agenda-free coffee chats every morning. Others created pen pal programs between staff and lonely guests, or allowed teams to reimagine spaces to suit guests' needs, such as moving gym equipment into larger suites for privacy and reassurance. These weren't comms campaigns. They were signs of care, of involvement, of trust in action. That's the leadership we need now. Not performative, not perfect, but personal. 3. Rebuilding trust takes intent, not assumptions. If you are committed to rebuilding trust, please don't assume it already exists. Measure, listen, then do something with what you hear. What this looks like. Use tools like anonymous surveys or 360-degree feedback to get a genuine read on how your team members feel. Reward behaviors that build trust, not just those that hit KPIs. Challenge the high performers who erode the culture through poor behavior, no matter how good their numbers are. Could you help your team shape decisions that affect them? I think this should be done from the beginning, not as an afterthought. Trust is practical. It lives in the systems we design, the behaviors we model, and the conversations we have when no one is watching. 4. Trust is everyone's job, but leaders go. First, trust isn't just HR's responsibility. It belongs to everyone, but leaders go first. That includes general managers, house managers, chefs, receptionists, and back-of-house teams. In hospitality, trust isn't built in policy documents. It's built in corridor conversations, shift handovers, and the way we treat each other under pressure. So ask yourself, do I invite feedback or tolerate it? Do I challenge unfairness or look the other way? Do I lead with empathy or efficiency? People don't build trust based on job titles. They build it based on how you make them feel, especially when things go wrong. Trust is culture. Everything else is the outcome. When trust is strong, everything moves faster. There's less friction, fewer politics, and more collaboration. People speak up, take ownership, and bring their best. It makes onboarding easier. Feedback is more meaningful. Service is more natural. Guests feel it in the energy of your teams. And your brand benefits because trust is not just internal. It radiates outwards. So this Easter, Let's not focus on chocolate eggs or polished speeches. Let's focus on what really matters. Creating a culture where people feel safe, supported, and proud to be part of something meaningful. Trust is not an initiative. It's a choice, a commitment, a daily practice. Make it the guest of honor, and your team will never forget how you made them feel. A few questions to start the conversation. Try these in your next team meeting or check-in. What does trust look like to you in your day-to-day role? Where do we, as a team, unintentionally undermine trust? What one thing would help you feel more heard or supported at work? Trust doesn't need a new framework. It needs honest conversations, real leadership, and the willingness to act.